is News 3 Now at 6.
And thanks for joining us. Skies are clear today, but we are tracking the possibility of more storms later this week.
We've now got an alert day in the forecast for Thursday. We begin tonight with Gary Canalzi on the patio, tracking what we could see and when it could move in. Gary?
Yeah, Charlotte, right now things are pretty quiet out here. It's actually pretty comfortable, too. Yesterday was cool. Today the weather has warmed up a little bit, but we do have an alert day in the forecast for Thursday afternoon and Thursday night, especially for the potential for some strong to severe thunderstorms. Heavy rain, high wind, hail, the main threats. Can't rule out an isolated tornado. A lot of it will depend on when the storms develop. Storm Prediction Center severe weather outlook for Thursday has a marginal risk of severe thunderstorms for isolated severe thunderstorms over much of the state, but a slight risk, a level 2 over southwestern Wisconsin, where the severe weather threat is a little bit higher. Tonight, some severe thunderstorms are possible over western Iowa, but these showers and storms as they reach us later on tonight are not expected to be severe. Visible cloud track shows a mix of sun and clouds here. There are more clouds to our south and west where the thunderstorms are developing. High temperatures so far today, lower 70s here in Madison. Janesville topped out at 75, and right now, the current temperature here in Madison is right at the high for the day of 71 degrees. By tomorrow morning, we'll be down to about 60, actually around midnight, and then temperatures will hold steady overnight with a chance for a shower or thunderstorm tonight and during the day tomorrow with a high of 79. The severe weather chance will increase for Thursday. I'll have more details in the forecast in a few minutes.
Gary, thank you. The American dream feels more and more like exactly that lately, something many people can only dream about. Home prices are sky high, averaging now nearly $350,000 in Dane County.
And they're likely far from reaching a peak. Jamie Perez looked into why that is and what first-time buyers can do to compete.
Right, well, it really comes down to supply and demand. Check this out. Back in January of 2011, people were spending an average of about $200,000 for a home. And you fast forward to today, January of 2021, people are spending around $350,000. Now, realtors tell me that they've seen the market shift over time, but they've never seen it quite like this before. If you're looking to buy a home in Dane County,
seeing multiple offers, 20, 30 offers per house.
Be prepared to face some stiff competition.
I've never seen anything like it. I don't think anybody alive today really has either.
John Thompson deals with mortgage lending. He says people are doing things to buy homes that he's never seen before.
In a case in DeForest, I believe, where people paid, I think it was something on the order of like $300,000 or $400,000 over the asking price without even going into the house.
People are resorting to a lot of interesting techniques to be the winner in a 10 to 20 person bidding war.
Realtor David Stark says the smaller 3 to 10% down payment often doesn't come close. Some people are now putting down 20 to 30% up front.
I've seen crazy markets. I've never seen this version of crazy.
People are offering up to 30% more than the high prices already listed on homes, all contributing to the fact that there's so much demand chasing such little supply.
Housing shortage goes all the way back to the recession of 15 years ago. That we were underbuilt and we've never been able to catch up.
Stark and Thompson said they don't see prices falling anytime soon, but they are focused on partnering with others to make homes more affordable by increasing that supply over time, which in turn will slow the rapid increase on home prices overall. Until that happens, Stark suggests that first-time home buyers sit down with a good realtor, set boundaries, and live within them.
But if a buyer wants to come in with a lower down payment, they can certainly do that. They just have to find the right circumstance. They have to find the right lender, get a good pre-approval, like I said, so that the seller knows that they're going to have a closing.
And Stark said millennials are the biggest group of home buyers ever, which is why we're seeing so much demand right now. That plus the pandemic escalated those market prices, so home buyers can expect their mortgage payment to be between $1,500 to $2,000 a month right now.
A political battle over who should control police funding is playing out in the legislature today. Republican lawmakers in the state assembly passed a bill a few hours ago that punishes local governments that decrease funding by cutting their aid and sending it elsewhere. Naomi Coles joins us to explain who's impacted the most. Good evening to you, Naomi.
Good evening. Hundreds of local small cities and towns have had to cut their budgets for not just police departments, but other agencies across Wisconsin in recent years. In its original form, this bill would have targeted them as well. Now, in its updated form, headed to the governor's desk, it really only focuses on larger cities. It sets up a battle over who gets to control local police funds, the officials elected to serve towns and cities, or the state lawmakers in the Capitol.
Our local governments are in the best positions to make these decisions.
At the end of the day, that is the single most important function of local governments, and that is public protection.
Lawmakers called out Madison for cutting 4 police officer positions last year and turning down federal funding for 10 more. Madison representatives argue, however, it's the local officials who should be making decisions about how they control and go about crime prevention in a way that responds to what people living in Madison want.
Naomi, thank you. The Wisconsin Assembly also just approved measures that impact people's ability to vote absentee. The bills make changes to how the elderly and disabled cast absentee ballots. They also prohibit officials from filling in missing information on envelopes. Republicans say the measures create a uniform process that actually makes it easier to vote, but Democrats disagree.
This is common sense legislation that everyone can understand. There are also several strong measures that help disabled voters in place. And we have curbside voting, prepaid return absentee envelopes, and others. So there are already many protections in Wisconsin, and we are not disenfranchising voters with this bill.
It's efforts that seem to be aimed at reinforcing things out there. That's kind of part of the national Republican plan. And when they do things like today, they're ignoring their responsibility to the people of Wisconsin.
We can't.
The governor is expected to veto those bills.
A sweeping voting rights bill by congressional Democrats failed in the Senate today because it didn't have enough support to survive a filibuster. And the For the People Act would have expanded voting rights. It would create a national automatic system for registering voters and establish national standards for mail-in and absentee ballots. Wisconsin U.S. Senator Tammy Baldwin spoke with News 3 Now about the impact of that bill today.
It is vital that we pass it. It would have an important impact in Wisconsin, where many of these laws to make it more difficult to vote, to diminish people's voices in our democracy, passed a decade ago.
Voting rights has been a key legislative issue for President Biden, who expressed support for the For the People Act, but the measure had no Republican support. And that includes Republican U.S. Senator Ron Johnson of Wisconsin. In a statement, Senator Johnson said the bill has nothing to do with voting rights and, quote, everything to do with consolidating Democrat control over government and our lives. He also accused Democrats of trying to make it easier to cheat in elections. President Biden is coming to Southwest Wisconsin next week. We don't know where specifically just yet, but we do know he'll be discussing agriculture and rural economics, and will be joined by U.S. Department of Agriculture Secretary Tom Vilsack. The trip will be President Biden's second to the state this year. He was in Milwaukee in February, where he taped a CNN town hall broadcast.
New COVID-19 cases continue to drop in Wisconsin. The 7-day average now sits at 69. Another 3,600 people in Wisconsin are newly vaccinated. That brings the number of people fully vaccinated in Wisconsin to 45%. 49% have at least one dose. And in Dane County, over 62% of residents are now fully vaccinated. 68% have at least one dose of a COVID vaccine. These aren't the types of tests students will study for, but they will help them keep safe and healthy. The state announced it will help schools test for COVID on site, free of charge, and make sure kids don't spread the virus in school. Brady Mallory is here to explain.
Yeah, we talk a lot about how the vaccines are helping us get back to normal, but what if you can't get one? That's true right now for kids under the age of 12. And DHS is making testing available for K through 12 students in their schools. The new program connects school districts with testing partners. School districts will choose the type of testing that works best for them. That includes testing people with symptoms or who have had close contact with a positive case, testing people who attend or participate in school events or activities, routine testing for unvaccinated people, or large-scale testing when there's been an outbreak in the school. DHS wants the process to be quick and efficient.
Clearly, the results of this testing is really important for knowing if the child has COVID or something else that might be treated in a different way, and also for knowing about exposures to others.
The program is voluntary, so schools do not have to participate. And once again, it is free. We have more information under this story on channel3000.com.
The Racine County community is mourning 2 children who drowned in Lake Michigan this weekend. Next at 6, the steps that county leaders want to see happen to prevent any other children from drowning.
Furnish your home in good taste with Pletz Furniture. Shop for new ideas from a large selection of quality name brands in stock and ready for delivery, including Lazy Boy, Sealy, and Amish-made furniture. Pletz Furniture in downtown Baraboo. Quality furniture at lowest prices.
the light at the end of the tunnel isn't shining so brightly for everyone. Families continue to fight for survival. Some jobs are gone forever. Bills pile up. But please know, you have not been forgotten. Your local Wisconsin energy and emergency rental assistance providers are working together to keep you safely in your home and your heat and power on. Apply now for a hand up.
Pain? Yeah. Here, aspirin cream with max strength lidocaine. Works fast and lasts. Keep it. You're gonna need it.
Kick pain in the aspirin cream.
He's here! He's here! It's happening!
What can I get you, young man?
Free installation!
Coming right up.
Feldco's biggest sale of the year. Free installation. Plus, no interest for 1 year.
Free installation on windows, siding, and doors ends soon. Call now.
Call 866 for Feldco.
Is your credit score getting in the way of things you want to do? Personal loans through NetCredit help you borrow up to $10,000. So check your eligibility on netcredit.com today without affecting your credit score. You may even be able to build your credit history as you repay. NetCredit, a more personal loan.
Furnish your home in good taste with Pletz Furniture. Shop for new ideas from a large selection of quality name brands in stock and ready for delivery, including Lazy Boy, Sealy, and Amish-made furniture. Pletz Furniture in downtown Baraboo. Quality furniture at lowest prices.
You are watching News 3 Now at 6.
Today, the city of Madison officially opened its first state-of-the-art fleet facility. The Fleet building has specific sustainability features that set it apart from other buildings. Foam insulation reduces heating and air conditioning costs. There's an LED light system and rooftop solar, along with EV charging stations, too. The overall cost of the project, $33 million. The City of Madison Fleet Division uses that building. Popular Madison Bar and Restaurant moving to a new location. Red Rock Saloon moving from its West Johnson Street location over to State Street. They'll set up shop in Hopcat's previous location. The new location will have a full stage for live music, a mechanical bull, and more space for guests. Owners also plan to expand the second-floor bar onto the rooftop. Hopcat closed back in the fall of 2020.
Mechanical bull, now you're talking, Eric. Federal officials plan to designate part of Lake Michigan as a national marine sanctuary to protect historic shipwrecks in the area. NOAA will publish regulations designating 962 miles from Kewaunee County to Ozaukee County as a sanctuary. It will protect 36 shipwrecks, the majority of which are on the National Register of Historic Places. In a statement, Governor Evers said this will be the second sanctuary of its kind in the country. The governor says the designation, quote, allows us to further explore and learn from our history, enhance local tourism, and provide educational opportunities. The designation still needs approval from Congress. Cleanup is still underway in Illinois after a tornado. Still ahead on News 3 Now at 6, we'll get an update on the damage caused when the twister hit suburban Chicago.
And severe weather could make a return to Madison later this week. Gary is back with his First Warn forecast next.
Ooh, how much are these?
2 as low as $59.95.
I'll take them all. I'll mark them up at least 10 times.
I'm sorry, but your card was declined.
Unbeatable selection without the drama. 2 pair plus a free eye exam as low as $59.95.
Menards has what you need to create your ideal deck. Whether you're building a brand new deck with pressure-treated lumber or upgrading your existing deck with UltraDeck composite decking, Menards has everything you need. UltraDeck fusion decking withstands scratches, stains, and fading. AC2 pressure-treated lumber is environmentally friendly and safe to use on any outdoor projects. Get 11% off all UltraDeck low-maintenance composite decking and AC2 pressure-treated lumber at Menards.
Save big money at Menards.
Those brave men and women of our armed forces, generations of them. Why should today's burdens fall back onto them? They were there for us. Now let's be there for them. Your local Wisconsin energy providers and the Keep Wisconsin Warm Cool Fund are working together to deliver Wisconsin veterans in crisis heat, power, and help staying in their home. But they can't do it alone. Call to donate today.
Steinhaffel's 4th of July sale is happening now. Start with store-wide savings of 35 to 50% off. Plus, get great deals like this recliner, just $249. A Beauty Rest Queen mattress, $349. Or this queen bed, now $749. A 5-piece dining set, $799. Want to freshen up your patio? Right now, all patio is on sale. And with Steinhaffel's special financing, you save even more. Only at Steinhaffel's and steinhaffels.com.
You'll hear things like, you're gonna need to see a specialist.
That what you have is serious, like really serious.
And then you meet them, your medical team.
With research and clinical trials and new treatments.
With better procedures that lead to better results. Then it hits you, you're gonna be okay.
UW Health. Remarkable medicine. Remarkable care.
Only my good side. How was Stanton Optical? Terrible?
It was the best experience. I got a same-day eye exam and just picked up my new glasses.
Cut! We can't use this one either.
Walk-in eye exams without the drama. 2 pair plus a free eye exam, as low as $59.95.
Officials in Racine County are urging local leaders to increase lifeguards along Lake Michigan. It comes after 2 children drowned over the weekend. A 3rd child is in critical condition, all from 3 separate incidents.
Anytime we have children that die in our community, it really rocks the emotions of all of us, especially when there's senseless deaths that could have been prevented.
Racine County Sheriff Christopher Schmalling is calling on Racine city leaders to hire more lifeguards and extend their hours at places like North Beach. The sheriff's dive team will also be at North Beach this Saturday to talk with families about water safety. Here's a closer look at the timeline. 10-year-old Aisha Figuereo Colon of Racine County died Saturday after she was pulled from the lake at Zoo Beach just before 6:30 p.m. Minutes later, 17-year-old Yadvinder Singh was pulled from the water at North Beach. He later died. And then yesterday, 2 girls were pulled under while swimming at North Beach. One suffered cuts and scratches while the other was airlifted to the hospital in critical conditions. Witnesses say first responders raced to the lakefront Monday to rescue those 2 girls. Tanya Tylock says she came across a young girl who looked hurt and asked her if she was okay. That's what she said. The girl told her her friend was still in the water. Tanya told her husband to call 911.
I got out there pretty quick looking for the girl and stuff, and I want to say it took them maybe 10 or 15 minutes to pull her out of the water.
Again, the Racine County Sheriff warning people about the strong currents in the lake if you do plan to go swimming.
We have an update on a tornado that tore through suburban Chicago. The National Weather Service says it packed 140-mile-per-hour winds. Check out this new drone video showing the aftermath. It's now been labeled an EF3 tornado. The twister cut through parts of Naperville and Woodridge. More than 100 homes were damaged. Crews continue cleaning up debris and restoring power to customers.
It's forestry debris cleanup, right? That's the name of the game right now. We're also making our way, our teams, village teams, with the support of our intergovernmental partners from some other inspectors from other communities, are working our way through the town, doing damage assessments.
A weak tornado was confirmed near Plainfield, which was hit by an F5 tornado that killed 29 people in 1990. Well, storms could make a return to Madison later this week. Gary's back now with the first warn forecast.
Yeah, for us right now, things are pretty quiet. We could see a shower or thunderstorm chance tonight and tomorrow, but Thursday is the day that we have to watch out for. Some thunderstorms moving through parts of northeastern Iowa. There actually was a severe thunderstorm warning on that cell, mainly for hail, but it has started to weaken. And the air across Wisconsin is much drier, so these storms will definitely be weakening as they head in our direction. But as the atmosphere starts to moisten up, we'll start to see a couple of showers and thunderstorms make it here. Severe weather threat tonight, highest over western parts of Iowa, back into eastern Nebraska, where a severe thunderstorm watch is in effect. Storm Prediction Center has a slight risk of severe thunderstorms there. But on Thursday, the severe weather threat heads to the north and east. A slight risk, a level 2 from basically around Toma to Dubuque, Iowa, and westward into pretty much all of Iowa, and then a marginal risk for an isolated severe thunderstorm over much of the rest of Wisconsin. But the severe weather threat may be increasing with time. A lot of it will depend on storms that develop tomorrow and how they affect the storms that will develop on Thursday. If they happen later on in the day, the severe weather threat could be higher. So we do have an alert day in the forecast for the potential for at least strong thunderstorms and probably at least a few severe thunderstorms. Heavy rain, high winds, and hail, the main threats. Can't rule out an isolated tornado, especially if those storms form later in the day. The latest update from the Future Track computer model shows shows maybe a little more widespread rain, especially as we head from Thursday into Friday. Computer models showing a general ½ to 1 inch over southern Wisconsin, but pockets of areas that may see 1 to 2 inches or more of rain. Again, it's hard to pinpoint exactly who's going to get those because with thunderstorms, the amounts tend to be spotty, but at least some beneficial rains occurring for some of our viewers, and we can take everything that we can get. 3 things you need to know in the forecast: thunderstorm chances for tonight and tomorrow, but again, just relatively small chances. Then we'll start to warm up. It'll become more humid on Thursday and Friday, and that's when better chances for showers and thunderstorms arrive, and they'll even linger into Saturday as well. Current temperatures are around 70 across much of Wisconsin, but out to the west, on the other side of a warm front, temperatures are in the 80s and lower 90s. Dew point temperatures now starting to climb into the 60s in parts of Iowa. Eventually, these dew points will continue to increase as southerly winds start to bring in moisture from the Gulf of Mexico. So this little area of thunderstorms in Iowa will weaken as it pushes northeastward, perhaps giving us a shower or thunderstorm chance tonight and tomorrow. But better chances for storms will develop as that warm front starts to lift northeastward over the next couple of days, and then we'll see better chances for thunderstorms. On future track, look for a chance for a shower or thunderstorm in a few spots tonight and during the day tomorrow. High temperatures tomorrow probably topping out in the upper 70s. Then tomorrow night, probably dry, but more humidity, and then you can see those thunderstorm chances starting to increase on Thursday. And again, that could lead to some heavier rain, especially as we head through Friday morning, especially areas north and east of Madison. 7 to 10 day forecast. Look for thunderstorms into Saturday, a chance of thunderstorms Sunday, then dry weather for much of next week with temperatures in the 80s, maybe some thunderstorm chances toward the end of the week.
And coming up in sports, the Bucks are a day away from tipping off the Eastern Conference Finals, while Brooke Lopez is trying not to look too far ahead with a huge opportunity looming for Milwaukee. That's next on News 3 Now.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
Time is of the essence when planning for retirement. So take the time now to make sure yours is well built. Retirements are built here every day. Retirement Income Planning, LLC.
It's a fact. We use our internet and TV more than ever, with most of us spending nearly 7 hours a day online. So it's no wonder thousands of families are switching to Spectrum, because most families have up to 8 connected devices, which means they need even more speed. Switch to Spectrum Internet and get the fastest starting speeds for the price. 200 megabits for just $44.99 a month, with a free modem and free security suite included. Call 833-546-4499. When it comes to TV, we're watching more than ever. In fact, 80% of us watch TV every day. Spectrum TV lets you catch all your favorite sports, news, and more live. Plus, download the free Spectrum TV app and watch on your devices. Switch to Spectrum TV from $44.99 a month. Call 833-546-4499. The fact is, Spectrum has the best services at the best price. Switch to Spectrum Internet and TV from $44.99 a month each with no contracts. We'll even buy out your current contract. Call 833-546-4499.
The light at the end of the tunnel isn't shining so brightly for everyone. Families continue to fight for survival. Some jobs are gone forever. Bills pile up. But please know, you have not been forgotten. Your local Wisconsin energy and emergency rental assistance providers are working together to keep you safely in your home and your heat and power on. Apply now for a hand up.
No more Freon for your AC. Oh no, the homeowner's called Action Man and his action team.
Call on Action Plumbing, Heating, and Electric at iwantactionnow.com.
What does your retirement future look like? With a well-built retirement, your future can look bright. Your financial home secure. Retirements are built here every day. Call now and start building yours.
Wednesday morning, we are tempting your taste buds by making tacos and margaritas in the 608.
And we'll get you caught up on all of the big news from overnight to help you prepare for your day. Join us between 4:30 and 7 for News 3 Now this morning.
It's not like we needed any more hype to get excited about the Shamrock Series between Wisconsin and Notre Dame, but today we got some. The Badgers unveiled their alternate uniforms they'll be wearing on September 25th at Soldier Field, and this is just one man's opinion, but they look sharp. All white with a new font and a new helmet sticker. UW is calling this look their Forward Collection. Cambridge soon-to-be senior Eli Stein is committed to play football at Arkansas in the SEC. Stein is the number 3 ranked long snapper in the country in his class and will play in the 2022 All-American Bowl in Texas. And, you know, why being Razorback? Because he's from Wisconsin? Well, the 5-star recruit says it just felt right.
It was just kind of in the moment. Like, I just kind of knew it was right. Not many long snappers get scholarships out of high school. So it was just an offer I didn't want to pass up. You know, like I said, it was everything I've ever wanted. You know, it'd be, you know, stupid to pass it up.
A day after an embarrassing loss to Iowa at the Kohl Center in February, the Wisconsin men's basketball team held a meeting. The 7 seniors, Greg Gard and his coaching staff, aired their grievances, which is normal. What isn't? The meeting being secretly recorded, then edited and made public, which happened to this one. What was leaked didn't paint Greg Gard or the program in the best light. Now, Gard has issued a statement saying he has his players' backs and is committed to their development beyond basketball, and that the recording shows a complete lack of care for our program culture and for the confidentiality that is owed to our student athletes. Wednesday is game 1 of the Eastern Conference Finals in Milwaukee, and the Bucks have a huge opportunity in front of them. The Deer are now the favorites to win not just their series with the Hawks, but the whole thing. And remember, they haven't lost the game at Pfizer Forum in the playoffs yet either. As for the team, they're not thinking about anything like that, just what they have to do in game 1.
We're confident, we're ready, we understand what we need to do and everything that's at stake. You know, and this is obviously a great chance and a great opportunity for us, you know, but what is it? You can't put the cart before the horse or whatever. You know, we got a lot of business to take care of still. So, you know, we got to go get game 1.
Chris Middleton and Drew Holiday will be teaming up together in late July. The Bucks duo have committed to play for Team USA in the Summer Games in Japan. Both Middleton and Holiday will be making their Olympic debuts. And tune in tomorrow. We'll have more on Eli Stein. And
you know I love long snappers.
Yeah, I was going to say, you know a thing or two about long snappers.
That's what I did in college, and he's a good one. Got to know him, and congrats to him for that commitment to the SEC Razorbacks.
Big time.
He's got to say, what, Suey Pig for the next word? That's a little tough, but I'm sure he'll have no problem with that scholarship. Gary, let's get a final check.
Have an alert day in the forecast for Thursday, especially in the afternoon and at night for the potential for some severe weather. Storm Prediction Center severe weather outlook for Thursday, calling for at least a marginal risk of isolated severe thunderstorms, Madison to the north and east. A little better chance for severe weather south and west of town. But right now, Doppler track free across southern Wisconsin and precipitation. Some thunderstorms in eastern Iowa. Could see a shower or thunderstorm overnight. And you can see temperatures right now pretty comfortable, 60s to lower 70s.
Gary, thank you. And thanks for joining us for News 3 Now at 6.
Have a great evening, and we'll see you back here at 10.